Okay, let's talk about forbearance. So, how do you feel about this? The way I see it, this is just like, and people are gonna hate for me saying this, it's just like a government handout because the people that truly need not to pay their mortgage, which would be the 30%, no 30% unemployment, the 3 million people that got reported this month, either they don't have a mortgage, either they are renting, or either they decide to do this forbearance because is the cool thing. I mean, it's not a cool thing to do. I mean, some of them might have a legitimate reason to do it, but like people don't understand this. Is like, where's the camera here? What people don't understand is like you need to pay your mortgage. Like what these people are gonna be doing is number one, they're gonna probably what these gurus are not telling you is that they're gonna modify your mortgage. What that means is that instead of having a 30-year mortgage, you can have 35, 40-year mortgage. Can you having a mortgage for 40 years?
Well, that's not, it doesn't say it's going to do that, but he's saying that you have to pay it back, and that's the problem. Is that when people don't pay, it's very hard for them to catch up. So the easiest way would be is to extend that mortgage. But the average person that's going to do this, I don't think everybody's going to try to do this. Whether they need it or not, they're going to say, yes, sign me up. I don't want to pay my mortgage for a couple months.
Yeah.
But they have to end up paying it back anyways. It is a handout, but it's one that you have to pay back. So I like the idea and what Trump's doing, and the fact that it's like, here, we'll help you, but you're gonna have to pay it back, and that's how it should be. So it's not completely a government handout, which I am completely against.
True, and at the same time, you gotta think that, mm, see, for a modification, like at least back on the day when the mortgage crisis started, people would fall behind their payments, and then they will call the bank and be like, "Look, I cannot pay my mortgage anymore. I need help," and they will modify their loan to a 40-year mortgage. I'm almost positive that people don't read the small print and they will stop making their mortgage payment. Then they will call the lender and be like, look, because of the coronavirus and all the craziness going on in the market, I don't have any money. And then the mortgage company is going to be like, look, like, what are you talking to me about? Like, you should have applied this before falling behind your payments.
Yeah.
So that can create a whole, I don't know. All I'm saying is if you can afford it, avoid doing this. Pay your mortgage. And even if your forbearance is accepted, this just, I'm pretty sure, is going to be so many loopholes. I mean, the ideal situation is that yes, you're not paying your mortgage right now, your credit will not be affected, and it will not show late in the credit report. Just remember, if you get a late in your mortgage, that can jeopardize like a few years of doing anything, buying a home, refinancing your mortgage, getting an equity loan, getting cash out. I mean that lowering your interest rate, getting a better deal, lowering your years. I mean that, I don't know.
I think everybody that's making these bills, most of them are business oriented people. And so in the end, it's going to help business savvy people. And even though it looks like it will help the everyday worker, but in reality, it's not going to. What they're trying to do is to get people, first, give them hope, I think,
Yeah.
and then also get them to feel like, okay, the government's helping me out, and I don't need to pay my mortgage. But in the end, the reality is that you're going to pay that money, whether you pay it now or you pay it later. You're going to have to pay that money.
What about for landlords?
For landlords, what?
Like,
For investors.
yeah.
So that's where I think it's coming in for the smart investor. For somebody, you tell me I don't have to pay we don't have any mortgage payments because we own all our properties outright. However, if we did, you take all that money and you go and put it down to another one, or you do, like, there's ways around it to help you build your portfolio. There's ways this will help an investor build their portfolio and get that further ahead.
Or only if you have a mortgage on that rental property. Because if you don't, you're
Well,
screwed.
if you don't, you're not screwed. You're obviously doing something right. I mean, but no, if if you if you don't have a mortgage on it, I that's what we'd have to look at. Can you get a mortgage on a property that you already own outright, and then can
Yeah,
you
yes, you
default those
can.
payments?
I mean, yeah, I do it. I do it all the time. You
But that's what
can,
I'm
but
saying. So, but can you, by getting the mortgage on it, and then also say, but I need to default my payments as soon as I get that mortgage, I need to default my payments. No.
but see, I think the main problem is, for example, with us, we have a tenant that we are trying to evict,
Yeah.
but now all the evictions have stopped because of what's going on. So we're screwed. The tenant is living in the home for free, and we don't have a mortgage, so therefore we don't get any breaks on that. Nobody, the government is not gonna pay us
No. Yeah.
for that person living in there for free. It's just letting them there in there for free. So this is only applicable for landlords who don't own their homes free and clear.
Which is most landlords.
Yes.
Anyways, I think that this bill is, you have to look at who's creating these things, and yes, they seem very good for the average person, but in reality, most of these things are they are for business or owners, for whatever. If that makes sense.
Yes, it does. What do you think? Thank you for watching. And by the way, this is not law yet. Apparently, this is gonna pop.
The House has to still sign it tomorrow, and then Trump will sign it as soon as the House signs it. But the House, I think, is Democrat. Whatever. I don't really know too much about the.
So if this bill passes, yes, this might be coming to the city near you.